otherwise called the Madala Panji, and it has recorded everything, and it shall record for hundreds and thousands of years for the posterity. That is Madala Panji. Everything is recorded, and everywhere, because mostly the stone is largely used in the temple, and mostly the rock edicts are there and the stone writings are there. Suppose a piece of important stone is changed or repaired, there immediately it is written why it is changed and under whose supervision it has changed. If we make a study of the blue wheel on the top of the temple, we can see that lightning had struck previously the blue wheel, and the blue wheel was damaged, and it was repaired. And the last repair was done more than 170 years back, during the time of another Gajapati king, also Dibya Singh Deb. And it was funded by him out of his personal funds, and also it was funded by his mother. It's all written there. It is codified there. So the entire worship, the history of rituals, everything is written as a matter of proof. But above all, he is avatari. He doesn't need any proof to be shown to the world, because anyone who believes has to accept him. And here we find he is the great leveler. He brings everybody into one level, and on equal footing, on one level, everybody is seated there. The high and mighty, the low and feeble, the sick and the healthy, they are all together in the grand avenue. This is the uniqueness of the festival of Lord Jagannath. And nowhere, no Lord, no God travels or takes up a sojourn. Here it's a sojourn for 7 days. Goes with the siblings. With the wife consort, the Lord moves. But here it stands on the family values. Because what is the best in the family values, what is the best in the society, they are all reflected in the understanding and in the consciousness that everybody has for the worship of Lord Jagannath. Because Lord Jagannath belongs to us. Lord Jagannath belongs to our society. That is why whenever something happens, people say Sarva Mangala Jagannath. When something good is to happen, or something good is designed or planned, maybe the building of a house, maybe a betrothal, or maybe an arrangement for a marriage, or maybe something good function to happen, everywhere and every time, people, they invoke the name of Lord Jagannath. They make the incantation of Lord Jagannath. That is how Lord Jagannath belongs to all. He doesn't find any difference. There is no difference absolutely. And the proof is before you. The sin in the center of all activity in the Grand Avenue at the holy town of Puri. And for this only, the travelers, the non-believers, after hearing everything, they have come here. They have come here to understand and to get a feeling of this. This is how it happens. This is how it happens, and travelers, non-believers, tourists, they have come from 13th and 14th century. The oldest record of the European tourist in the holy city of Puri, or holy town of Puri, I can say, was in 14th century. Mandeville. I was talking about the reports of Mandeville or the travels of Mandeville. So all these things are written there. And when an Indian, a person of Indian origin wrote about his Indian experiences in India, because when he went to, because he was a barber with the soldiers of East India Company, his name was Ramadin. And when he went to Britain to settle down there, because he was loved by all the British soldiers, and he went there, he stayed there. And his family is extended, and his family continues there. Basically, he was from the state of Bihar, and he was attending on to the soldiers. He was in the service of the soldiers there in Barakpur near Calcutta or Kolkata, as people call it now. So when he went there, he wanted to write something about his life and times in India, because that was on the advice of his British friends. And when he wrote short chapters, because he was a self-taught person there, and he picked up broken English. Anyway, he was to write, which were all corrected in the latter times. There he has also written about the cow festival. He had never come because he was a Muslim fellow. He had never come, but he had understood and he had heard and he had felt about all these festivals here. Because people were coming in large numbers from different parts of the Indian subcontinent. And many people in the landed gentry of Bengal, the Rajas and Jamindars in the Bengal, Bihar, or presently as we can call that to be Jharkhand, they also started minuscule Rath Yatras or car festival in their own territories. They were all the prototypes basing on the rituals, basing on the festivals, on the details of the festivals also. The same Onasara or the sequestered life of Lord Jagannath, when he falls ill, he is believed to be ill for the 10 days, 15 days. So that is how it happens, and everything is followed there. Of course, there is a chariot in Bengal, which is not built of wood. It has been designed with pieces of iron, and the entire design was done by a non-believer, a Christian, because who fell in love with the festivity here and who was mesmerized at the giant grandeur of the festival. And he had designed that iron chariot, and this is of 5 stories. So this is how it is still there and it is still working, and people go in large numbers to see that also. And when Paramahansa Yogananda took the understanding of Lord Jagannath outside, particularly to the United States, their peoples immediately fell in love with the concept of universal love that was propagated, that was identified because of the Lord of the universe, the King of all kings, Lord Jagannath. And there he got them inordinate through kirtan. And once the kirtan, with the beating of the gongs and cymbals and mridangam, when it came, it had a magical effect. Even those who were non-believers, those who subscribed to different faiths of worship, immediately they fell in love with the celebration, because this was a celebration of love. The basis of celebration of any festival in the temple of Lord Jagannath is the basis of love. So, the essence and the meaning of all festivals is love. Love in its grandest way. Everything attains grandeur here. This is one of the holy ponds. There are 5 holy ponds here, and this is another of the holy pond where the eager devotees, or even the tourists, or even the solace seekers, they come for complete ablution there. And here, this is the small pond which is called Svetaganga, and this is a little away, about 100 meters away from the main temple of Lord Jagannath, towards south on the way to the sea beach. And this is called Svetaganga because it symbolizes the Mother Ganga river. And people, those who offer their Shraddha to their ancestors, they come and they immerse the bones there also, and the other rituals of Shraddha they are also followed, but it is a smaller pond, but the water is always full there and it has got a clean complex, and anyone who spends there for some time, maybe in the evening or maybe early in the morning, can understand the heavenly effect of the presence of the mother Ganga there. That is why it is called Sweta Ganga. And the younger children that we saw now, they also go there to enjoy the swim. And people, they come for the